us and to everyone. Someone that got a ball started, got it rolling, and it starts. You know, we were talking about this the other day from all the way up at Rob Marchione, which I believe this whole line, is that correct, Ray? So from Ray to Rob, and goes all the way through Tiffany and Kurt Coran, and just keeps going. It's unbelievable. So without further ado, what we want to do is bring up Mr. R.C. Tim Bolen. Let's give him a round of applause. Please notice how thin he looks.
Hello, everyone. This is a real emotional day for me, and I'll let you know a little later on. If you look at that picture, one of the things that's great about Ambit is I got in front of a group of 300 people about 5 weeks ago, and I told them I was going to lose 45 pounds, and I've lost 20 already.
Yeah.
When you get in front of a group of friends and you make a promise to them, it's very difficult not to do it. And I got to tell you something. You know, I stand up here and I'm probably one of the luckiest people in the room. I wish I could tell you that dealt with just Ambit. The reality is I was the luckiest man in the room, and I'm hoping some of you will dispute me on this. But before I met Ambit, because I'm a newlywed at 24 years, I got the greatest wife in the world. I've got 2 daughters that are absolutely wonderful. And in that sense, I'm really blessed. You know, my story is my hometown is Gloucester, New Jersey. It's right up the street. You know, I live in Lake George right now. I am a contractor. I started a landscape construction business 25 years ago, and I've done major work. I've done work for Eddie Murphy and Don Mattingly, Dave Wilkerson, P. Diddy, President Nixon, all the real important people that you want to know. And then 20 years ago, I moved the business up to Lake George. I have a beautiful home up there. My great-grandfather built a house up there 113 years ago. We still have it. It was very nice of him to do that. My story is about 15 years ago, I guess a lot of you know, I started getting sick. And I've been on the operating table 31 times, in the hospital 100. I was in 2 weeks ago. Now Dave won't let me open up my residual check unless I have a nurse with me. But that having been said, you know, when you really break it down to the basics, it's when you see Tom and Annie, when they both look in each other's eyes, you know that they've got what I've got, something real special at home. And over the years, it went from 3 years being sick to 5 to 8 to 12. And all our money went. You know, my investments are gone. You know, and what we were able to do was get our kids through college. I'm very proud to say my oldest will be a doctor of pharmacy in another month. Wow. My youngest is been on the dean's list at her school every semester. As things got tougher for us, I'm blessed, and the reason I'm probably the luckiest man in the room is because my Maggie and I got closer, you know, and that was really big. So that having been said, you know, this, I brought this here because I need it's all about life. I look around at all these people here. This business is so much more than the money. You know, my mom and dad's 65th wedding anniversary. It's going to be the end of the month. And there's probably a 1% chance that my mom's going to make it there. The night before last, I sat by her bed and I spent the night. They'd known each other for 70 years. You know, what a great relationship. You know, my dad, when I walked into the other room, I could hear him go, "Honey, I love you. You're my sweetie pie." You know, God bless anybody that has what a lot of, you know, and a good couple like Tom and Annie and my Maggie and I know a couple other people are like that. But Dave asked me with this to talk to people about how this business has changed my life. You know, and you know, the chances of my mom lasting another week are not that good. And people go, "Well, why are you here?" I'm here because I had to come spend some time with friends. And as I look around the room, I see people that when I see them, my heart smiles. You know, Tom and Annie, I love you guys. They've become such close friends. You know, Ray Monty. I mean, Ray Monty's like a kid in a candy store. The guy threw a seed out 5 years ago. Now he has a forest of oak trees. What a leader. What a great person. What a good spirit to follow. You know? Ari and Barbie have changed my life. You know? And I couldn't even start on Dave. I mean, Dave, God. I've known Dave for over 20 years. We were in Exile years ago. So, what this business has done for me is I can look at my sweetie pie now, my Maggie. You know, when the husband's on the table 31 times, I mean, that's putting a woman through an awful lot. And me looking at her going, but honey, the good is so good. You know, that only lasts so long. You know? I want everybody to understand that this has completely and totally changed my life. With having been sick, I was forced to lower my bills. Now, I'm financially free. It's a really freaky place to be. I've always had money, but I've always had the pressure of making it. You understand, like, when you're a businessman and you're getting out of bed at 5:45, at 5:15, you're thinking, who's going to show up, what's going to happen? The pressure is there. I am now living a pressure-free life. You know, this is something that every single person can attain this. See, my someday life is over. Someday we're going to do this, someday we're going to do that. I'm 57 years old. I don't look at it that way. 13 years, I will be 70. I am not waiting for anything. You know, with 9 heart stents, you know, who knows? You know, I mean, my wife says you're going to live to 100 and she's going to go. But I could be gone tomorrow. All I can tell you is I'm living a pretty good life now. And it is a direct result of this business.
Amen.
Yep.
And do not kid yourself. Who am I? I'm nothing special. And if you guys want to write this all down, it's really the critical thing to this business. It's 5 words. I made a phone call. That's it. You know, and I think I'm Ambit Energy's poster boy for what can happen with one phone call. Why? Because I nailed it on the first call, the MC. You know? Now people will go, oh, you're lucky. Well, you know something? I ran a pretty good business. I really did, and I had good people that I worked for. And that afforded to get me to the point where I didn't call the unemployed brother-in-law. I called the spine surgeon because these are the people that were clients, and they became good friends. Had I ever thought that this would do this for me, I could never repay you. So I just want you all to know, as consultants, you're just one phone call away. You know, if you get frustrated and you want to quit, just think of how frustrated you're going to be if you do. All right? Now, is there anybody in here that's seeing this for the first time? You know, anybody that's seeing this business that's new? Okay, I want to compliment you guys for being here today, because you're here trying to affect your life. You're looking for something. And I have a message for you today. Stop. It's right here in front of you. This is a real business. It affects and changes people's lives, and I know because it changed mine. Now you got to do me a favor, okay? You know, life is family. I got a great one. My mom has lived a good life, and she's at her end. So if you would all just do me a real big favor and stand up and give my mother a round of applause for a job well done. That would be enough.